In June, the United States Supreme Court ended a nearly 50-year-old precedent when it struck down the constitutional right to an abortion. What's next? Well, it's probably affirmative action. Who's bringing the cases? Well, that's where it gets interesting because both cases are brought by an organization called Students for Fair Admissions. Turns out Students for Fair Admissions isn't brought by a student at all. In fact, it's brought by a conservative activist named Edward Bloom, who is someone who's been trying to kill affirmative action for many years. Bloom's first attempt to end affirmative action was with a white female plaintiff named Abigail Fisher, who sued the University of Texas, challenging their affirmative action program. That program was ultimately upheld by the U.S. Supreme Court, but by the barest of margins at 4-3. What's the difference now? Well, three things. First, we have a very conservative U.S. Supreme Court. 6 out of the 9 Supreme Court justices have been appointed by Republican presidents. The second difference, after failing to kill affirmative action using a white female plaintiff, Bloom went out and searched for and found Asian Americans to serve as the nominal plaintiffs. Here's the third difference, which is that America has changed over time. A recent survey by the Pew Research Center showed that the majority of Americans, nearly 3/4, believe that race or ethnicity should not be a factor in college admissions. But here's what's notable about that. Not all the groups view this policy equally. In fact, it's white Americans who are opposed to affirmative action the most at 79%. Asian Americans, like other ethnic minorities and racial groups, view affirmative action much more favorably, although opposing it at 63%, similar to the margins of Black and Hispanic poll respondents, which opposed affirmative action at 59% and 68% respectively. Look, affirmative action is a legally and morally challenging public policy. There's no doubt about that. But here's what it's not. It is not authentically an Asian American-led challenge on this law or public policy. Will affirmative action survive? Well, we'll know that very soon.